my next question is as far as racing, because I've seen some pretty good finishes that that everybody's piled up on the racing under saddle. But thoroughbred racing it's similar to that, where there's no bikes, there's no.
And that's
So
what we think is exciting.
What I'm saying is coming from a non-racing background.
Yeah.
Both of you, nobody's raced. Like, riding's there, so you're comfortable there. But what about? So now we have to learn the racing aspect, right?
Yeah.
So how has that been as far as rating miles, getting really close to somebody, behind? It's clipping, right? Is that what it's called?
Clip heels, yeah.
When the horse in front of you. So there's all these things you have to learn extra.
Yeah.
So how's that been?
For me, it was more natural since I grew up with, I basically trained horses and bikes, and so I've been watching maybe a million races.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm very impressed by Stephanie, though, that doesn't have the racing background, which makes it 10 times harder, I think, because I have watched so many races.
I actually got great advice from Helen when I first started, and I said, Helen, I'm so nervous. I'm about to go into my first race, and I just I don't know. And she's like, just watch as many races as you can. So I just learned by watching all the time, and I would watch them under saddle, I'd watch them in the race bikes, I'd watch them from overseas, any information I could get. And really for me, the best thing I could do for myself and everybody else was just to make sure I was in a safe place.
Okay.
So I'm checking and I'm looking and I want to see where everybody is, and if I'm going to make a move over, I say, am I clear? Because I don't want to think that there's nobody there and then somebody's in my blind spot and then move over on top of them. So I think that too, we, as much as we are competitors, we look out for ourselves because we don't want any kind of accidents.
It's interesting to me. Now you're telling me that somebody who has no experience in standardbred racing just riding.
Yes.
That you came into this business.
Yeah.
And because you want to be competitive in this new addition to the sport.
Yes.
And she's good at it.
That you, in order to prepare to be good at this thing, you watched a lot of races and consumed the product more than probably a horse player would, more than a trainer would.
Absolutely.
See where I'm going here?
Yeah, I had to. You have to, because if you're passionate and driven about something, the only way for you to excel yourself
is to watch more races.
Is to watch races and ask questions and just ride as much as you can and
now here's another thing. We got Anthony off camera. Just give a quick.
Ahead.
Come on, cameraman. give a quick zoom. So Anthony's over there. Now Anthony, he's in the horse business, right? But let's just say, for instance, that you were dating Stephanie and you had no clue what the hell she was doing. She's now all of a sudden obsessed with this thing. So now it's your job as the boyfriend to be obsessed with this thing as well, right?
And he is.
Absolutely, yeah.
He is.
Right. So okay. Pan back here.
Fans.
That's enough of Anthony's camera time.
Fans.
Right. That's enough of Anthony's camera. But what I'm saying is, I'm sure that of all the people that are involved, not everyone has a significant other or family or whatever that is involved with horses. So you're now bringing more people because they're actually going to cheer you on.
My parents are not horse people at all.
They're all here for the
but
big races.
they love
whole
it.
Family.
Helene knows. My dad, he comes with me to the track.
Love her
and
parents.
he's the one who always puts me on.
Okay.
He's
leg up, gives you a leg up.
He always legs me up.
Listen, this is all I know about thoroughbreds. I looked up. I just Googled real quick, like top thoroughbred terms, and that's all I know: leg up, clipping, and riders up. Yeah. So. But it's interesting to me that it's just another very easy way to get more people to watch the entire sport of harness racing. Because like you said...
And get interested. I mean, there's people that... Tara, she bought horses. She's actually training standardbreds
several
now.
Horses.
Yeah, and she's still doing it.
She's still doing it.
Her gateway was the racing under saddle because she knew Sam Landy out at Congress Hill. Mm-hmm. And she got going that way. So
Is it harder for somebody to learn, like, okay, we take Stephanie, and then let's say we take Jeff. Does Jeff ride?
He does. He doesn't like it.
Okay, so but Jeff is an experienced driver. He has had, countless wins. He's cool. We know he's a prima donna. We've established that, but he's cool. And then you take Stephanie, who is the complete opposite, and is experienced rider, but no racing. Which is easier to do the transition? Is it Stephanie because she already knows what she's doing?
Yeah, because and Stephanie.
The riding would be second nature.
Well, she has a need for speed. You gotta like the speed. If you don't like the speed, racing on her saddle is not for you.
Okay.
Because you're like going.
Well, sure, competition, yeah.
Exactly. He is not comfortable going fast, sitting on the back of a horse.
It's amazing,
I
right?
don't think. I mean, he probably would do it if we really made him.
If you
but
made
he
him,
wouldn't,
yeah.
he wouldn't like it.
Okay.
No.
You know what? You know why I think that Jeff doesn't want to do this? I think that Jeff, because he's a prima donna, he's got a big ego, that he doesn't want to lose
To me.
to
right?
you. So I think
Let's leave it at that.
Quote me on that. That is exactly why.
Let's
Where
leave it at
is he?
that.
Is he racing?
He's probably hiding.
He's probably hiding.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to. But so it's generally pretty easy. I don't want to say easy, but it's an easy transition for somebody who's just an experienced rider to come in and learn the racing.
You have to be fit. It's hard.
Yes.
You need strength.
Right, but I mean, most riders who are experienced, could a dressage rider? No, so it has to be.
I'm just saying that like that. No, you can't.
Throwing the gauntlet down. Just saying, you know what? Dressage riders are nothing. That's what quote Helen. Dressage is a fake sport.
I ride dressage.
You do? Okay.
No, it's we've seen a few girls that come out and they were like hunter jumpers and stuff, and they didn't like it because you don't have the control.
Okay.
You can't stop the horse. Once you go behind the gate, there's no stopping it.
Sure.
No, you're basically going along for the ride.
Yeah. So and some people don't like that. So it's all in your personality. It doesn't matter if you drive dressage, and there's like Western riders that think, I want to do this, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So what's the? Can you break it down into three simple things? Like if we put up a chart of here's what you got to do to be a racing on the saddle rider to be good at it.
Well, I think for one,
You gotta be a little nuts?
You really have to be.
Wait, Anthony, how nuts is she?
No.
Is she nuts?
Very normal.
There you go. You gotta love what you do.
Listen, he failed. The correct answer is I love you, babe. No, he failed. You know what? You haven't trained him right. The correct answer is I love you, babe. You're the best. I support you. Right? So no, but okay. So
I
what?
really think that you just, in a sense, like have to have that spark for it.
Yeah.
Because if you, like Helen
Spark
was
for
saying,
what? Spark for competition?
Spark for the speed, the horses themselves. Because I mean, we love these horses. We show. Helen and I show standardbreds all the time. We love our standardbreds. We wouldn't want any other horse in the world.
No.
And I think you just have to, you really have to like the harness racing aspect of it, but love the fact that you get to ride them.
Right?
Yeah.
I really did like harness racing because I got interested in it because I had a standardbred as my first riding horse, who I still have.
Okay.
And so it kind of got me drawn into it. And then when people were like, first time I saw it, 2013 Hambo, you rode in that, and
was that the one that Ray won?
Yes,
Okay.
it was.
I didn't ride in that one.
Oh, no.
I rode Master Pine.
So who was the one who won the year that I saw you? 2013. It was the year that I graduated.
No, Ray did win that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh.
And I was watching these girls and guy go flying by me on these trotters, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I want to do that. Not ever thinking that I really would ever do it until Helen and Julie were just like,
why don't you
come
do it?
here every morning and you ride these trotters, just do it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then after that was it. You really have to have that fire for it. You either love it or you're like, I'm gonna just like ride my hunter pony or my Western pleasure horse or
So who do we gear towards? Is it better now? I don't know where it's going to be in 5 years as far as the lopsidedness of male female, but from a marketing perspective, should we only be marketing women, or should we be marketing both?
Both, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely both.
Okay. So how do you get, because it seems to me that more women want to do this versus men. So how do we get more men involved, and do we care?
I care.
Okay.
I mean, I was thrilled. I know Dan Daly got a license to ride, and Schnitger got a license, and there was a couple of more guys that Francisco Del Cid
Yeah,
was
Francisco
talking
had
about
one,
doing
yeah.
Okay.
it. Because
He used to train thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
Sure.
So.
But now you just named a couple of the old geezers of our sport.
No.
Dan and Ray and Francisco are all old geezers. I like them, but they're all old geezers. So are there any younger guys? How old are you, Steph?
I'm 29.
Okay, so is there anybody in that younger? Are they too? Like, here's a question. You think that testosterone's a little too high and they're a little intimidated?
Bring it on.
I'm just saying, like, do you think they're intimidated?
Well, I mean, if they're so intimidated, why aren't they riding with us?
Okay, fair enough.
Are they afraid they're going to lose to a girl?
I think so. I think so.
too.
Yeah.
I think they're afraid. You're afraid.
You're afraid.
going to lose.
Afraid, yeah.
Yeah.
So how many women do we have, or how many women are like active in this whole, and how do we spread it? Is it going to standardbred shows? Is it just word of mouth? Is it video podcasts and things like that? How do we get more people to sign up?
To be riders, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that important, or do we have a good group now that?
We have a bunch that are licensed, but there kind of haven't been many races around.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
people haven't been able to continuously ride.
Okay.
Which is
Right.
a shame, because I know a lot of people want to.
So we have
About 40 or 50 licensed
Right.
riders.
40 licensed riders. And so we have horses, we have the riders,
Yeah.
right? We could put on the events. We just need necessarily
The money and
the money
Yeah,
and
the support.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's where we're going now. In let's say 5 years, and we get, because I've watched French races. We went to the Prix d'Amérique this year.
Yeah.
I saw Frank Navarre jump off Bold Eagle and then go into Monty race.
Saddle. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, that's cool. Is it important for some of the other, could some of the drivers do this, or do you want to carve out your own niche of top
I
riders?
would love if the
Yeah.
drivers did it. I would
I
think
mean,
that was cool.
I would too.
Yeah.
I think I actually have been. I've always said, maybe I should get my driver's license, because I think it'd be neat to just, have a different aspect of what these horses do every day. I mean, because I just love horses in general. It doesn't really matter what they're doing. But I mean, I think it'd be even more fun to be able to like swap.
Yeah.
Can we market it as something where, hey, we watch the Hamiltonian, we watch the Oaks, we watch all these races, and it seems like it's a male-dominated sport, and women may not necessarily, like, yes, they can get a license, but hey, it may not be as easy, or they may not think, you know what, I don't see much women driving.
So they just.
It's not necessarily an intimidation thing, but it's like, I'll go do something else.
That's how I was.
Right,
exactly.
that's how you were.
I love the racing, I love the horses, and I would love to race, but I never got the desire to actually jump in the bike and do it
Sure.
with 7 other horses around me with
Right.
bikes. It's a little intimidating.